Have you ever felt that overwhelming urge to clap back at someone, to strike back at an insult, prove a point, or expose someone who wronged you? That fire in your chest, demanding a reaction. But what if I told you that silence is often the most powerful response? Here on the Stoic Lighthouse, we explore timeless wisdom for modern challenges. Let the Stoic Lighthouse guide you toward peace and wisdom. If you're into Stoicism and mastering your reactions in a noisy world, hit that like button and subscribe now. It helps the channel grow and keeps you grounded in powerful ideas like this one. Today, we're diving into 6 moments when silence isn't weakness, it's power, strategy, and self-mastery. And if you stick around till the end, I'll share a reflection from the Stoics that might completely change how you deal with conflict. Let's begin. Moment number 1. When someone is trying to provoke you. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike your enemy." Now picture this. You're driving through Los Angeles traffic. A guy behind you starts honking like crazy, yelling out his window, flipping you off. He wants a reaction. He's inviting you into a petty street battle. What happens if you just don't react? No middle finger, no shouting match. You take a breath, stay calm, and drive on. What you've just done is flipped the entire script. That driver was looking for chaos, and now he's frustrated because you denied him the satisfaction. Imagine a US Marine walking through Times Square in uniform. If someone hurls an insult, does he fight back? No. Because true strength doesn't need to prove itself. Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control other people, we can control how we respond. And when you choose silence in the face of provocation, you're not being passive. You're taking control of the narrative. Stoic lesson. Their anger isn't yours to carry. Ignoring provocation isn't weakness. It's discipline. It's dominance over your own impulses. Moment number 2, when someone does you wrong. Marcus Aurelius once reminded us, if someone does wrong, it's not your job to become like them. Now imagine this, you're in a fast-paced corporate office in New York. You've poured weeks into a high-stakes presentation. You stayed late, handled every detail, made it flawless. But when it's time to present, your co-worker, let's call him Dave, jumps in, takes credit, and your manager thanks him instead of you. Your first instinct, confront him, expose him, burn that bridge down. But the Stoics would say, don't, because the truth always has a way of revealing itself. And reputations are marathons, not sprints. Seneca warned us, no passion robs the mind of all its power more than the desire for revenge. Think about it. If you explode in that meeting, if you lash out emotionally, who looks worse? You do. Meanwhile, Dave walks out calm, and you look unprofessional. But what if you play the long game? Keep doing excellent work, stay composed. And when people start noticing a pattern that you consistently deliver and he consistently steals, the truth will catch up. Look at how whistleblowers in American history have operated. Many of them didn't shout or seek vengeance. They gathered facts. They stayed calm. And in the end, truth had the final word. Stoic lesson. Justice plays the long game. Don't trade your integrity for the illusion of quick revenge. Moment number 3. When people aren't ready for the truth. Epictetus said it best. Don't try to teach a pig to sing. It wastes your time and annoys the pig. It's harsh, but it hits home. Have you ever tried to talk sense into someone who just wasn't ready to listen? Maybe your friend is stuck in a toxic relationship. You see the red flags, manipulation, disrespect, even danger. You speak up, you try to help, but instead of listening, they get defensive. Or worse, push you away. Or maybe your younger brother is making terrible financial decisions, maxing out credit cards, gambling with crypto, ignoring every warning. You lay out the facts. You show him the numbers. But he shrugs it off and says, "You're just being negative." The truth is, people don't change because you tell them to. They change when they're ready. Stoicism teaches us a powerful lesson. You can offer insight, but you cannot force understanding. Sometimes silence isn't giving up. It's stepping back and letting life become the teacher. In American culture, we idolize truth-tellers, from journalists exposing corruption to activists fighting injustice. But even they know timing is everything. If the crowd isn't ready to hear it, the truth becomes noise. Sometimes it's better to pause, save your breath, let reality do what your words can't. Stoic lesson. Wisdom isn't just knowing what to say, it's knowing when to say nothing at all. Moment number 4. When you're angry. Seneca once asked a powerful question. How many things that made us angry yesterday matter today? Picture this. You just got out of a tense meeting. Your boss criticized you in front of the entire team for something that wasn't your fault. You feel humiliated, disrespected. Your fingers hover over the keyboard, ready to fire off that email you know you'll regret. But it feels so right in the moment. Anger blinds us. It creates urgency where there is none. It demands immediate action. But Stoicism teaches us that reacting in anger is like setting fire to your own house to kill a mosquito. Now imagine a US Navy SEAL in a high-pressure situation, bullets flying, chaos everywhere, but he stays calm, measured. Why? Because reacting emotionally would get people killed. Emotional discipline isn't weakness. It's elite-level control. The Stoics practice something called delayed reaction. Instead of responding in the heat of the moment, they would pause, sometimes for hours, sometimes for days. Seneca encouraged his students to ask themselves, will this matter a week from now, a month, a year? Think about how many relationships, romantic, professional, even family, have been destroyed by one angry text, one impulsive decision, one shouting match. In American history, leaders like Abraham Lincoln were known for writing what he called hot letters, emotional responses written in anger, then stored in a drawer and never sent. Stoic lesson. Anger is a passing storm. Let it pass before you speak, or you may say something the calm version of you will never forgive. Moment number 5. When actions speak louder than words. Epictetus offered a timeless challenge. Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. Think about the people you admire most, not the ones with the loudest voices, but the ones who walk into a room and instantly command respect without saying a word. It could be a former US president, a seasoned firefighter, a high-level entrepreneur, or even your high school coach who never raised his voice but always got results. These are people who don't need to talk big because their actions speak volumes. Imagine a decorated army general. He doesn't need to flaunt his medals or bark orders constantly. His calm presence, his precise decisions, and the way others naturally follow his lead, that's real influence. That's silent authority. Now zoom in on your own life. Maybe at work there's someone who's always talking about how hard-working they are, how essential, how irreplaceable. And then there's someone else who just does the work, shows up early, delivers consistently, never brags. Over time, guess who earns real respect? We live in a country that loves speeches, from Martin Luther King Jr. to Steve Jobs, but even they knew that words without action mean nothing. The reason their speeches mattered is because their lives backed them up. So the next time you're tempted to prove something to someone, pause. Instead of arguing, let your actions speak. Instead of defending yourself, let time reveal your character. Stoic lesson. Don't waste your breath trying to convince others who you are. Show them, quietly, consistently, relentlessly. Moment number 6. When the right response takes time. Seneca reminds us, nothing happens to a person that they are not equipped by nature to endure. But when the pressure is on, when decisions are expected now, we tend to forget that. We panic, we rush, and more often than not, we regret. Imagine this, you're offered a big job opportunity in a new city, better pay, more prestige, but something doesn't feel quite right. Still, the hiring manager wants your answer by Friday. Your friends say you'd be crazy not to take it, but deep down, you're unsure. This is where Stoicism shines. In modern American culture, hesitation is often seen as weakness. We're taught to be decisive, to move fast, to hustle, but Epictetus taught the opposite. First, learn the meaning of what you say, and then speak. In other words, slow down. Understand before you act. Great leaders do this all the time. Think of Supreme Court justices or experienced surgeons. They don't make decisions in a rush. They review, they reflect, they pause. Because they understand, the weight of a decision deserves the weight of reflection. So next time someone demands a quick answer, whether it's your boss, your partner, or even your own anxiety, remember, you set the pace. You're allowed to say, "I need time to think." It's not weakness, it's wisdom. Stoic lesson. Silence isn't just peace. Sometimes it's strategy. And time isn't the enemy. It's your greatest ally when used with intention. Silence is not weakness. It can be a shield, a strategy, even a sign of superior strength. In a world where everyone is shouting to be heard, the one who stays calm stands out. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 6 moments spoke to you the most? When was the last time you chose silence? And how did it change the outcome? Drop your experience in the comments below. Your story might help someone else recognize the power of restraint. And if you're serious about mastering your emotions, embracing clarity, and living with purpose, don't forget to like this video, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Here at the Stoic Lighthouse, we don't just talk philosophy, we live it. Let the Stoic Lighthouse guide you toward peace and wisdom. I'll see you in the next video. And until then, let your silence speak louder than any words ever could.